Hey guys, we had so many questions last time that we couldn't fit into one episode. So here we are making a second episode, and this is going to be called Ask Jessi 1.5. A lot of people have been asking about my diet. I am not vegan, I'm not vegetarian. I do raise my own chickens for their eggs, and I support humane farming. And please don't call me a PETA person. I am not. Next question is from Sicilian. How do you deal with the killing of animals to feed other animals? That's a really hard one. It's in my nature to want to care for every single animal, no matter how high or low they are on the food chain, or how big or small they are, how important or pivotal they are for the environment in which they live. But the reality is, it's impossible to feed every single animal if you have scavengers and decomposers and omnivores, herbivores, and carnivores all in the same collection. The fact is that some animals eat other animals, and it's usually not a very pretty scene for the being consumed animals when they do. What I focus on is this amazing natural cycle. Every animal lives and dies. And it's how they live and die that's important to me. A good, happy, healthy life followed by a humane death is pretty much as good as it gets for all of us, right? So that's my goal when providing care for my animals. Next! Hunter! Ooh. White-off. What should a guinea pig's daily diet consist of? Guinea pigs should get a high-quality guinea pig pellet. It's pre-made for you, so it's pretty easy. Make sure you get a high-quality one, though. And then you should also give them a mixture, a nice variety of fresh vegetables and a little bit of fruit here or there. Some good vegetables to feed them are yam and carrot, broccoli, zucchini, and some good fruits are apple and banana. This is what we feed ours. Next question, Cheeks, read it with me. From Gamesman01, or 01 if you prefer. Do you have any large carnivorous mammals like wolves, bears, or large cats? Nope. We get asked that question a lot. You can find almost all of our animals on our website. Right here. Sarab H. Gakwad. How many times have you been bitten by how many types of animal? Whew. You know, I really embrace the saying that it's always your fault when you're bit by an animal. So it's really not cool to say like, man, yeah, I was bit by 100 animals. That was a silly impression. Anyway, it's not something to brag about. I mean, there's two reasons that when working with animals, that you might get bitten a lot. One is that you just have no clue what's going on with animal behavior, and so you're not reading their communications right, or you just handle a lot of distressed animals, and those situations sometimes that's what happens, is the animal's distressed and they're trying to defend themselves, but you still have to interact with them, and you end up getting bitten. I've been bitten by my fair share of animals, and I think that it should be measured by, like, not by the number of animals, but more of like a percentage of your volume of animals. Yeah, the percentage rather than the number. So the reason I say that is because I work with a bunch of citizens, and a lot of times they've been traumatized somehow in their home, where they've learned that their human caretaker is just not going to pay attention to their communications, their solid communications, so they've learned just to go for the bite. Stay away from me, or whatever they mean, that's what their go-to. So that's what happens with me in the very beginning when we first get to know each other, and then after we work together and they start understanding that I will listen and respond to their subtle communications, they'll start showing me those again, so they don't have to resort to that just immediate bite. So it gets better. So I guess what I'm saying is that it's a weighted question. It's a lot more complicated than you probably thought you were asking. And most of my animal bites came from animals that thought I was food. So here's a list of animals that I've been bit by. Citizens, many other birds, snakes, lizards, dogs, cats, horses, pigs, foxes, rabbit, hamster, rats, batons, hedgehog, frog, millipedes, crickets, and humans. Next, Lego Cookie Doggy. Is it possible to get a pet fox like you guys have? Our red fox Serafina is not considered a pet. she is ambassador for her species. So I guess the two main differences is one, she's a wild animal and she's illegal to own in most states without the proper permits. And two, she's very, very specifically trained to be comfortable in front of a large audience of people so that she can spread education and awareness and understanding and compassion for her species. However, there are silver foxes being bred in Russia, albeit they're very difficult to get a hold of, but they're being bred specifically to be pets. They've been domesticated, and that's an amazing, awesome science story. If you're interested in how selectively breeding for behavior has resulted in physical characteristic changes. Really cool story. All right, Edward Mace asks, your cat is gorgeous. What's her name? This is Kiki, and she is pretty awesome, especially considering that she was born feral. She was taken in by a rehabber, and she almost didn't make it because she was so malnourished and tiny. But you can see she's doing pretty awesome right now. My son Jacob helped raise her, and the two initiated each other on their various species. Jacob was really soft, you know, for a toddler, and she was just so sweet. She loved being handled, and she was incredibly patient with him. And she even taught Jacob to say a word. Well, he was saying kitty, but it came out as Kiki, and so that's how she got her name, Kiki. Thanks for all the questions, guys. I love them. Keep them coming. You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. Links are below. And to join us on an adventure every week, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Animal Wonders Montana. Hey, we're back at Animal Wonders. Our goal and mission is to take care of animals, but that's not all we do. We have to run a business. We have to educate.